and Lena.
Good morning. Time for you to rise and shine. It's 4 o'clock. Look at you up so early. Good for you. Come on in here. We got plenty of room for you. Twinsies.
Yes, twinsies. My fault.
I'm Lena. This is my twin, Rashi. Good to see you. Have we thanked you lately for having us in your home? Well, if not, shame on us because we appreciate you. Let's
Thank you so much.
Yeah, headlines for you.
Definitely.
Where is the money going and when for the big bond project? Those are the questions a lot of people affected by Hurricane Harvey are asking this morning. So we're finding out how city leaders plan to address flood control policies to fix the worst hit neighborhoods.
Also, we have a big alert this morning concerning your taxes. The feds are warning of a new scam that involves your Social Security cards. How to avoid becoming a victim, that's ahead.
And the Houston Texans going to look a little bit different to you when they hit the field for next season. NFL free agency started yesterday, and the team parting ways with two key players on last year's playoff team. Ooh, are you going to like what you see? I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll also have to find out how things are looking for you outside your front door.
Yeah, we're going to check in with Mike Iskovitz, who's standing by.
Well, it's misty this morning and even, I would say, a little bit drizzly. Lots of humidity in place out there. Temperatures actually just a little bit cooler than yesterday. We have some fog along the coastline, a dense fog advisory in effect just along coastal areas here of Galveston, Matagorda, Brazoria counties, and just here for the communities around Galveston Bay. So be on the lookout for some fog there. But even around Houston and most of the surrounding suburbs, we do have just that low hanging cloud cover and misty drizzle out there just coating everything in water this morning. Really don't have any rain, though, showing up on the radar. It's already getting a little bit breezy out there, and I think that's probably going to be the main theme of the day today, is a breezy to windy kind of a midday and afternoon. The winds are coming in right now from the east at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Should be a southeast wind today, kind of a muggy breeze up to maybe 20 or 25 miles per hour by the afternoon. All of this is being sort of pulled in by an area of low pressure that's developing out here by El Paso. It's going to help to ignite some thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening out there in West Texas. In fact, there is a severe weather threat that could even make it all the way over to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but mostly in West Texas, and then that's a front that's going to move through our area tomorrow. Today, misty, light drizzle all throughout the morning with a bit of a breeze, and then heading toward the midday and afternoon hours, a few peaks of sun, but mainly cloudy and becoming windy at times this afternoon. Here's the quickcast for the day today. 20% chance of rain this morning, but everything's wet, and then a 10% chance this afternoon, breezy to windy and highs near 80.
We have an update to a story that we brought you all morning long on Wake Up. A teen could face charges after her 3-year-old relative died in an apartment fire early yesterday morning.
Now, she was babysitting the toddler and told investigators she left Giovanni Lyles asleep and alone. When she came back to the apartment on Sierra Blanca, that apartment was on fire. The toddler died, and the 19-year-old was treated for smoke inhalation. Now, investigators say that fire started in the kitchen, but they're still investigating this morning the exact cause of the fire. They also are investigating how long that 19-year-old had left that toddler alone. 3 minutes after the hour, time for your Tuesday tax tip. So the feds say that you need to be on the lookout for scammers telling you that your Social Security card or your number has been suspended.
Yeah, victims are told they need to provide personal information to the caller in order to reactivate their accounts. In some cases, the caller even threatens the victim with arrest if they don't comply. The information is then used for identity theft or to steal tax refunds. Sheriff's deputies are looking for 2 armed robbers who shot and killed a gas station clerk in Northwest Harris County.
Now, 2 men armed with guns shot and killed the clerk. This is at the Shell station on FM 1960 in Perry on Friday night. Take a look at this piece of tape here. Deputies say one of them could be connected to as many as 10 other armed robberies. And the clerk who was killed had just recently come back to work at that store.
It's a sad day in the city of Houston and unincorporated Harris County when somebody that's responsible to hold a job goes to work to support their family, and their family and loved ones are left with a lasting memory of their loved one not coming back.
Now, deputies say the man right there wearing that blue hoodie, it has the word Navy printed on the front and the back, could be behind as many as 10 armed robberies. If you know anything about this crime, maybe any of the other robberies, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 713-222-TIPS.
Also developing this morning, we have more details on a triple shooting in southeast Houston. Police say they know who the suspect is and they're working to find him. The shooting happened Sunday night around 8:30 near Beltway 8 and I-45. All 3 victims were taken to the hospital and are said to be in stable condition. Authorities say a dog trying to protect the victims was shot and killed. We have a follow-up at this hour. A mother now charged in the death of her 5-year-old daughter.
Andrea Webb charged with injury to a child now. That little girl's body was found outside a Southeast Houston apartment complex on Saturday night. Officers say Webb at first had said the little girl had fallen, but her injuries, though, investigators say, were inconsistent with the fall. Webb later admitting that she had made that child sit against a wall for hours without a seat or any support, and then hit her with a belt whenever she stopped sitting there. That girl's younger sibling has been taken into custody with Child Protective Services. Well, the FAA says the Boeing 737 MAX 8 can still fly here in the United States, even though multiple other countries have grounded flights of that jet. The 737 MAX 8 has been involved in 2 crashes in the last 5 months, the latest happening on Sunday in Africa, killing everyone on board, including 8 Americans.
The plane was en route to Nairobi when it crashed just minutes after takeoff on Sunday. A witness says the aircraft had smoke coming from the rear before it plunged to the ground. The cockpit voice recorder and the black box have both been recovered from the wreckage.
Now, in October, another Boeing 737 MAX 8 crashed off the coast of Indonesia. Boeing says there's no evidence these 2 crashes are related, and at least 58 of that jet model flies right here in the United States at multiple airports, including right here in Houston. Fox 26's John Donnelly has more from Hobby Airport.
Truth be told, most air travelers really don't think very much about what airplanes they're about to fly or have just flown.
No idea. Big one. Boeing. Something.
Boeing 737?
I don't even look at the pamphlet. I don't even know.
But with 2 deadly crashes involving the same version of the 737 in under 6 months, some passengers and flight crews are taking notice. Sunday, an Ethiopian Airlines plane crashed shortly after takeoff, killing 157 people. 6 months before that, a Lion Air 737 MAX 8 crashed in Indonesia shortly after takeoff as well, killing all 189 people on board. China and Indonesia have grounded all 737 MAX 8s, as have a number of foreign-based carriers. But not all passengers here think that's necessary.
That would be a lot of planes to ground. No, I think they should have a system in place to start checking all of them.
So how do you tell if you booked a flight on a 737 MAX 8? Airline websites do have the information about aircraft types, but it can be hard to find. Neither Southwest nor American have changed their rebooking fees, and even if you do rebook, airlines can swap out aircraft on short notice anyway.
Well, I mean, planes are going to crash. I mean, no matter what that comes up. I wouldn't be afraid to get on them or fly them. I mean, it's just, if it's your number, your time to go, it's your time to go.
So how do you know if you are flying in one of these aircraft? Well, you can go to the airline's website or its app, and you can click on the flight number, and it should tell you what type of aircraft is assigned to it. You can go to the FAA's website, then click on the registration number, and it should tell you also, again, if you're flying one of these aircraft, or there are a number of aviation apps up there that will tell you. The odds of you flying in one of these aircraft are not really all that good. So far, only about 350 of them are airborne, and a lot of those are flying for foreign carriers. However, eventually, they do plan on ordering 5,000 of these aircraft. At Hobby Airport, John Donnelly, Fox 26 News.
But has Rashi and I talking? Do you really want to know if that's your plane? Look at this piece of tape here. We're going to show you more of this must-see video when we come back. And believe it or not, wind was the reason that happened.
Also, a man counting his blessings this morning, literally coming within footsteps of being crushed by a collapsing roof.
And it is 4